She is an exceptionally intelligent woman. She made the first clunker, but now they make themselves. Their brains are not as good as ours, but they are clever enough for her purposes. The most frightening thing about the clunkers is their evil nature. When they are first made, they are neither good nor bad. Their wickedness is added later. Many years ago, I discovered a strange kind of rock. I call it Mindstone. For some reason, it is able to soak up the feelings of anyone who comes near it. In one particular place, the Mindstone is full of bad thoughts. I assume that at one time some particularly wicked people lived there. Madam Hawk, as I like to call her, inserts blocks of Mindstone into the brains of the clunkers. Although Mindstone is their strength, it is also their weakness. Find Wibble, and tell him about the Mindstone. He will know what to do. Now you really should be going before someone finds you here. The spy eye box shows the inside of the factory. You can see how fast the clunkers are being built. Those are my children's toys. I hope that one day soon they will be able to play with them again.
The door leads into the factory. There is a security lock on the door.
You are a tough girl, Crinkle. I hope my children are as brave as you are when they grow older. Go through the door on your left and you will be able to leave safely. You will not be able to come here again, so remember all I have told you.
Picking up litter with the spike is very commendable, but there are more urgent, praiseworthy activities to be undertaken. Crinkle hears a gentle voice inside her head.
Now is not the time to use my tear.
Cable skips are used to transport material. Crinkle leans on the spike and wonders if she will be able to save the Greenwood. Crinkle leans on the spike. A single young oak tree has been spared, for the moment. The leaf litter gradually decomposes. Blue bells do not ring, even when struck by metal spikes.
I know you. Your name is Crinkle. I know many things that others do not. I know that you are here to help save the Greenwood, and I know that I can help you. I will give you a time nut. Go as far up Miller's Brook as you can and look for a flat-topped rock. Fill the time nut with sand from the stream and keep it secure. There is a place in the Greenwood where visions can be seen. Take the nut to that place and give the sand to the wind.
Blue bells do not ring, even when... Crinkle remembers that she... Crinkle scoops some sand. Crinkle is fascinated. Crinkle can go no further in this direction. The path dips down. A pair of old logs. Crinkle is feeling too weary. As Crinkle steps onto Dream Crag, she feels a shiver run down her spine. Tales abound of mysterious visions being seen from here. A single pine is the sole. The crag provides a panorama. Dream Crag is the worn-down remnant of an ancient volcano. Crinkle leans on the spike and drinks. Crinkle holds up the time nut and slowly turns it over. As the tiny grains are caught by the wind, something begins to happen. The sands of time have revealed to Crinkle an image of a different time. Is it time past, or is it time future? The mysterious message in the sky suggests that the picture is of both past and future. Is it possible that the Greenwood grew on the rubble of a long-vanished civilization? Is it possible that the same mistake will be made again, and nature will once more be vanquished by the tide of progress? As the vision fades, Crinkle vows that she will do all she can to prevent the destruction happening again. Crinkle picks up the spanner which is on.
I am Flashny the Weather Watcher. I love watching the weather. Rain, sleet, snow, hail, thunder, wind. I love them all. I have a little problem, though. The nut on my weather vane is loose, and I can't fix it because I've lost my spanner. If you could lend me a spanner, I would be really grateful. Thank you. Just give me a minute. I fixed it. It works beautifully now. Thank you so much. I've heard that you are trying to find Wibble. Go to the mystic grove of 7 trees and repeat this incantation. I call upon the power of the mystic grove to transport me to the abode of the Lord of the Forest, the Green Man, the guardian of the Greenwood. I wish you well.
Crinkle isn't stupid. She isn't going to use the Crinkle carefully. Crinkle should not have touched the spanner while the clunker is watching. She is captured. After a lengthy interrogation at Hawk's headquarters, Crinkle is allowed to leave. She manages to hide her map from the clunkers. Her spike is taken away from her. The clunkers allow Crinkle to keep Moonglow's tear as they think it is one of hers.
I'm rather pleased with this. I have every confidence that it will fool the clunkers. We are counting on you, Crinkle. Please do all you can to help before the clunkers enslave us all.
Crinkle checks that the picture on the security pass is still acceptable. Django the painter will be quite happy to make any necessary changes. Crinkle follows the path. Hollow Bottom Lake is... Crinkle walks along the side. The watermill provides clean power. The energy source is... Saffron the miller has an unwelcome guest.
Be warned, Saffron the miller, I will return. Change your mind, or else.
The stupid clunker! Does he really think that his pathetic threats will force me to leave my mill? Forgive me, I have allowed the unpleasantness of one guest to deprive another of a proper welcome. Good day to you. I am Saffron. Welcome to this mill, which is both my home and my place of work. Please feel free to look around.
This is a Phlogimontrix, commonly known as a flug. Normally they are very shy creatures, but this one has grown to trust Saffron. The lever controls. Saffron's family have owned the mill for many generations.
My name is Crinkle. I live in Rymer's Hatch. I'm trying to stop Hawk Enterprises from destroying any more of the Greenwood. I wish I could make them go away.
You are not the only one who has that desire. The despicable creatures want me to sell them my mill at a ridiculously low price.
Can they force you to sell?
Where Hawk is concerned, I fear that anything is possible. They are used to getting what they want.
But can't you just refuse to sell?
I doubt whether my refusal will make much difference. One day I will come home to find my grinding stone smashed, or perhaps something much worse.
That is terrible. Are the clunkers really so evil?
Believe me, they are wicked, brutal, depraved fiends. I advise you to keep well away from them. Very few of us forest folk are still here. Most have been forced to leave.
Why do they want your beautiful mill?
They will destroy it and replace it with some ugly industrial complex. All the trees and plants will be ripped up. The creatures that live here will die.
My grandfather said that I should look for someone called Wibble. Have you heard of him?
Yes, I've heard of him, but not for many years. Many folk believe him to be no more than a myth, but I think he is real, or I should say he was real once.
Could he be dead, do you think?
I suspect that Wibble will never die as long as there is one tree left in the Greenwood.
Do you know where I can find him?
I think he may find you, if your heart is truly set on saving the forest.
I should be going. Thank you for talking to me.
The pleasure was mine. Before you go, I have something that you may find useful.
I will be grateful for any help that you can give me.
Take one of the small bags of flour which are near the door. When they burst, they produce a cloud of flour as effective as any smoke screen.
Thank you, Saffron. I hope to see you again. I will pray that you are able to keep your mill.
Crinkle thinks this may be a good opportunity to test the cloud-creating properties of Saffron's special flour. She disguises her intentions by throwing the bag of flour into the air and catching it as if it were a ball. Then, pretending to stumble, she tosses the bag as hard as she can towards the jetty. It works! She runs around to the other side of the flour cloud, but as she is about to step onto the jetty, she hears the clunker clunking towards her. With some relief, she realizes that he is more concerned with removing the flour from his eyes and uniform than in capturing a little girl. By the time the cloud clears, Crinkle has found a paddle and is making her way across the lake. Crinkle arrives safely at the northern shore of Hollow Bottom Lake. She notices that the slope is being eroded. Crinkle climbs the steep path, taking care not to tread on any of the surviving vegetation. The sky looks ominous.
I'll present your pass.
The clunker takes Crinkle's pass. Hawk have built a miniature crane to remove the waste material from the quarry. From the top-secret miniature quarry, Hawk Enterprises extract a rare and valuable crystal.